Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I'm covering the back 9 holes of the Bierfest tournament. Of course, this is going to be for the weekend final round. Minus 33 on this account, minus 32 on the other account. We'll see how those finish. Hopefully one of them picks up a top 3. But we'll see, because we know scores are going to be super high during this particular tournament. So let's go ahead and hop in to hole number 1. Now, in my opinion, on the back 9, it's much more difficult wind angles on quite a few of these holes. So it's going to be a little bit harder. Starting off with hole number 1. Hole number 1, I'm going to show you a different way to play this hole when it comes to shot number 2. It's the same shot that I've been playing on the Pro Division, which is going to be a rough bump. If you don't like that option, I'll show you the other option. Don't worry. But the first thing we're doing is we're playing shot number 1. We're going to play it 10% at max. And you see here that I do back up my quarterback, put the white ring on the rough line so that I can accurately pull my rings and get a good shot off. But, you know, the same thing as always, we're just trying to lay up right here in between these bunkers, which we do. Now, shot number 2, I'm doing the rough bump, like I said. It's going to be played 20% at minimum. If you're not good at rough bumps or if this shot scares you, I totally understand. I get it. In my opinion, though, it is the best way to make shot number 2 on this particular wind angle, because this wind angle, for me, was challenging to drop it the other way. You can see here that when we go with 4 bars of topspin and 1 bar of side spin to the right, we are able to find a good funnel shot here. And it does play very consistently as long as you adjust correctly, as I did make this shot on both of my accounts. You'll see how nicely it comes in and it drops in for the eagle. Again, tougher way to play it in rookie and in pro, to be honest, but it does work. Now, if you want to try it this way, this is the problem that I'm having. You'll see here that I go with 1 bar of side spin to the left, which is needed, and the 5.5 back. I'm even offsetting to the left-hand side. And I still keep missing this one to the right. So that's kind of what I was saying there. Hole number 1, a little bit more difficult in that wind angle. So you really have to figure out how you want to play it. But I do suggest the rough bump. Now, let's talk about hole number 2, because hole number 2 is actually pretty frustrating for me in the sense that I did not pick up the hole-in-one on either of my accounts during real play. Okay, I did pick it up in practice. Now, I'm going to tell you that on both of my accounts, I missed it to the left-hand side. So I want you to play the same line with 3 bars of side spin to the right, just like this. The only thing that I want you to do differently is I do want you to add baby right curl. So that just means just a tiny, tiny amount of right curl. You see there that I do sneak it in on the left-hand side. But again, on both of my accounts with perfect balls, I actually missed that one to the right. Okay, that'll take us to hole number 3. Hole number 3, we're going to go ahead and play over here on the left-hand side again, as it does give us the best opportunity for the albatross. We're going to play this one with 4.5 topspin, 3 bars of side spin to the left. And you see here we're using an entire full ball of curl with a little bit of overpower just to kind of muscle us up the fairway here. Ball comes in very nicely, leaving us for a really good chance on shot number 2, like I said. Here we're going to play this one minus 5% elevation at max, so minus 5%. You'll take note of the spin adjustments here. We're only going to be using backspin. We're not going to be using any side spin. And take a note of the slight aiming left-hand side of the cup. All right, so let's take a look at where this one comes in, okay? So if we take a look at this one again, go back to shot number 2. All right, so minus 5% at max. 2 bars of backspin. We'll take a look at where we're aiming here. Slight offset to the left-hand side of the cup, but it comes in just a sliver to the right. So I would just offset that one just a tad bit more to the left. And that would be it for hole number 3. Hole number 4, I do pick up a hole-in-one here. We're going to go 3 bars of side spin to the right. And here you'll notice I did put just a sliver of topspin on. I mean, that's barely a click of topspin right there. I don't think that is needed, but it is accidental, but I thought that I would point it out. So 3 bars of side spin to the right, combined with just a sliver of topspin. Here we're going to be pulling 10% elevation at mid. And I'm going to be doing the same thing I advised you to do on hole number 2, which is using just a baby amount of curl to the right. You see that? I mean, I barely using any curl. But you're going to see that this ball comes in very nicely. We got a great camera angle for this hole. And we do drop this one in for the hole-in-one on hole number 4. And now that takes us to hole number 5, 10% at max, and then push to max. So we're going to go 6 bars of topspin, combined with 2 bars of side spin to the right. You can take a look at my aim point here. Same thing with those leaves in the rough, but this time instead of aiming in the middle of the leaves, I'm aiming on the left-hand side of the leaves. So I'm still in that leaf patch, just left-hand side. Again, 10% pull. And like I said, we're going to flip the camera around and then we will push it back up to max. Take note there of the right curl and the overpower used. Get a really nice roll and we come in on the bottom part of the fairway. When we get this much distance on the drive on this bottom part of the fairway, we play shot number 2, full top spin, but we do play at 20% at mid, so we are pulling our rings here for accuracy purposes. As you see, we get this one to drop as well. And then we're good to go to hole number 6. Hole number 6 I was excited about because I picked up an albatross on both of my accounts. I have not albatrossed this hole yet during this entire tournament, so it was nice to get it on both of my accounts. Here, 6 top, 3 right, 10% at max. Overpower. And we're just trying to muscle this thing up the second fairway. That's going to leave us for shot number 2. Shot number 2, I'm playing at minus 20% at mid. I did the exact same spin adjustments on both accounts. 2 top, 1 bar of side spin to the left. yellow ring at the rough, aiming left-hand side of the cup. Ball guide line through the back of the pin, ball guide line fully inside the hole, but favoring the left-hand side. Here I hit a perfect ball. And this ball came in really nicely on both accounts. Dead center, smacked the pin, and good to go. That takes us on to hole number... That's not the right hole. Hold on. Hold on, where's it at? All right. 1 second here. All right, I got to get hole number 7 to you all. Hopefully. Well, bear with me 1 second here. Okay, I got it. Incoming. All right, hole number 7, just to tell you how we're going to play it. We're going to play it with a katana with 15% elevation. So 15% elevation at mid distance. We're going to go 3 bars of side spin to the right combined with 2 back. We're going to put our red ring on the rough and the blue ring just like that right there at the base of the tree line. Okay, this is right here. 3 right, 2 back. 15% at max. Now look, 15% at mid, I'm sorry. This shot is played 15% at mid every time in rookie. Come on, Dave, get it together. Look at the curl. This curl, I believe, is perfect. I really do. I think this would have been spot on. Unfortunately, I hit a great ball to the right. I think with the perfect ball, this ball goes into the hole. I'm super confident on that. But here, the great right is, of course, going to cause me to miss just slightly to the right, as we can see here. So 3 right, 2 back, 15% at mid distance, okay? Sorry about the little delay there, but sometimes that's how it goes when you watch this channel. All right, hole number 8 is 20% at max. 20%. Here's the thing about this one, though, is that you're not going to be able to pull it at the 20. You can play at 10, you can play at 20. I was trying to back my rings up here. And the reason that I added the elevation, okay, was because of the headwind. So at the end of the day, it's not going to matter if you play 10 or 20 because we want to set up at the blue ring at the rough around the plus 11. We're going to have to use overpower anyways, just like this. But I was just letting you know in my head what I was thinking. This shot came in really nice on both the accounts. Left us right here for a very easy putt in for an eagle. So keep in mind, you won't be able to pulley full your ring, so you will have to go into overpower on that particular shot. That's going to take us to the last hole, hole number 9. I wish I would have got an albatross here, but I didn't. So we're going to go 2 bars of side spin to the left combined with 3 bars of backspin. I went 2.7 back here. I think I do want to play 2.7 back. On my other account, I went with 3 back, and I just came up too short. So this one, I decided to push it a little harder. 2.7 back, and then 2 bars of side spin to the left. Here I'm taking a normal shot with no curl. Now the thing that I like about this shot, of course, is I do get, decent distance on the fairway. I still left myself with room. So like I said, on my other account, I went with 3 back. I was too short, so on this account, I decided to take 0.3 off the adjustment and still a little short. The higher you can get on that fairway, the better chance you have for shot number 2. I do hope the video is helping. I hope I did a great job for you this weekend. If so, if you would like to tip me like you would your favorite bartender, I always put a link to my PayPal in the comments below. I go through a ton of balls, power 3 balls, berserkers. I go through a ton of tokens to save you time, to save you balls, save you tokens. So if you'd like to support my channel, again, the link to the PayPal is in the comments below. I appreciate anything that comes through. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. And please finish your tournament with an albatross. Minus 20% at max. We are trying to find the funnel here. We always try to go somewhere between 3.5 and 4 top. We add a little bit of left side spin until we start to get that the end of our ball guideline hooks back down towards the bottom of the green. I do get that perfect ball. Would have liked to got higher up too. You see, we ran out of a little steam, but we just missed this one to the right-hand side. So a little bit more left spin needed on that one. A little bit more top spin to catch ourselves a nice little, shimmy back down towards the hull. But hey, that's it. I will work on some pro a little bit later. I hope you all enjoyed this and have a great day.